Hello everybody, welcome back to another live stream. So today the plan is to learn Paul Ricard. Haven't done any laps so far around this track, so we will be learning fresh little stuff out. Yeah, so we'll be learning it brand new, done no laps. Yeah, we'll just see how we go, how we get on. I don't think it should be too bad, but having not done it, haven't looked at any videos of track guides. The only thing I have done is got a setup just to make it a little bit easier, hopefully make it a little bit easier. And yeah, so just going to drop into here and to rating track competency. There we can see third one down, circuit Paul Ricard, 0 stars. Yeah, so in order to get the track stars, first star is to doing a lap, a clean lap at pace, and then second medal granted for a couple of consecutive laps. Third medal is granted for consistent laps around the circuit. So without further ado, let's jump in to Paul Ricard. Yeah, car we're going to be using just before we jump in is the McLaren 720S. That seems to be my go-to car. So we will just see what happens. Just going to shrink that camera down. Give me 1 second. Camera options. Right, does it give me the option? Okay, well we'll leave it. We'll leave it there for now. No, I'm going to go and change it quickly. Hopefully I'm quick enough. Settings. Camera. Okay, we're back. So, yeah, just going to load this up. That's better. I prefer the small camera. So, alright, we're just going to go through got 40 litres of fuel on board. That should keep us going for a little while. So we're just in practice mode, so we'll start in the pits.
Green light, go, go, go.
And all we're going to do is go around and have a little look at the track. So I've got some nice markers to pick a braking point from. Blind entry, it looks like. Looking for our yellow marks. Uphill, would be quite funny. And we unsettle the car. So yeah, we're just going to go around, have a little look at the track. Into a left, into a right. That's tight. So yeah, we haven't done any sort of laps practice. Haven't watched any videos, as I was saying. It's literally just, let's go out, have a little look. Go straight away down here. no hairpins, no chicanes. Okay, that's a fairly quick corner. Go round to the very long and Titans. Yeah, long and Titans. Go a long left. So this last sector is just very technical, and that's a lot tighter than it looks. Okay, let's just go around again. Let's see if we can't remember it. So we've got a left uphill, left into an uphill right, then fairly long straight, into a lower right, long left. So this is why we're not kind of attacking it at full speed straight away. I mean, the tyres are ridiculously cold, but we're just trying to get around it, and then the breather before the massive technical sector. So we know this corner at the top's fairly quick. So we'll try and attack this one with a bit of speed, not loads because our tyre pressures are really low. So can't see any braking distance markers there. Probably going to be a lot of trail braking around here. Go up. We'll just keep going around. So keep forgetting that that's a lot tighter than I think. Probably going to be staying out a little bit wider there. Okay then, so we've had a look at the track a little bit. Let's go and pick a marker down here. Let's go 100. Not bad for the speed we carried out. A bit slow around there, could probably carry a bit more speed through it. Again for that one. Coast round here, dive it out, hook it back round. Patient, I imagine, on the throttle there. Get on it too soon, you're just going to go out wide and lose speed all the way down this straight. So just trying to put some heat through the tyres a little bit. So last lap at 2:08, so I wonder what we'll end up getting that down to. Ooh, too heavy on the brake. This corner is going to be really tricky on the brakes. I can already tell that. Yeah, this last sector is going to take quite a lot of getting used to. make the final corner this time. Really slow, cumbersome corner. Okay then, so there's our third lap. So we'll come down here, smash the brakes at the 100 board. Throw it in. That second one we can carry more speed through if we get the line right. Down here, 100 board again. Aim for the corner. And the brakes, little dab just to get it in the nose in. Late apex into there. That's what I mean about getting off the power earlier, just to get the car tucked in before we go full throttle. So we went full throttle a bit too soon there, push the car out wide, and then because this is such a long straight, you'll just be losing time all the way down. All the way down. Because it's so long, it's probably, I dread to think how much speed you would actually scrub off. Can we go out here? That's really late. So we can go out there, but it's a bit bumpy on the curves. But just to be able to attack that section is going to be tough. That's a lot slower than I think. So yeah, we're just going to keep pressing on, trying to work out where the car needs to be. Not there. Did they stay up? Yeah, they stay up, so that's good. So we'll have markers for where we need to be kind of aiming for on corner exit. So we've got 8 laps of fuel, so we'll just run this fuel out. Can get on that curve quite a lot. Not a clean lap though yet. Watch that curve. Get it in. Dab on the brake, get the nose in. Missed the apex a little bit there. Probably could carry a bit more speed through there. Kind of want to come out to middle of the track. And then go again. And then just the long straight. We're preparing for this fast right-hander. Oops, carried too much speed in. The tyres are red hot after that, so we'll just take it easy. Hopefully we can pull the tyres down in time for the next one, otherwise we're just going to have no grip when we go into that first corner and probably spin again. Carl, how's it going, mate? Welcome along. How you been? Had a good day? We're just getting into learning Paul Ricard, which looks the same everywhere, and yeah, so far not managed a clean lap, but early days, only 5 laps of this circuit we've done. So yeah, just going through. So trying different lines, seeing where we can hold, see how we can get more speed out of it. First sector isn't too bad. This bit's a little bit tricky. there's a lot of wide apexes. This one is pretty pretty nuts for the long straight. Yeah, so it is the French GP track, but as we come down this back straight, we don't have the chicane, which is just here, left, right and along. So it's literally just flat out, so the previous corner onto this straight's like mega important, otherwise you'll just lose massive amounts of time. That one's really quick. This one I haven't taken it at full speed yet, but I've got to be braking all the way around, trying to keep the car sort of balanced as we go through it. It's going to be yeah, pretty tough. That one's tighter than I can remember, so every lap I've gone off there exactly the same, but hopefully it'll finally sink in at some point. Last corner is slow and feels really clumsy, but rear tyre pressures are okay, fronts are a little bit on the low side. We'll try and attack the course a little bit more and see what they do. There's no point coming in and putting the pressures up and then actually having a few decent laps at it and then them being too high. Lost a little bit back end there, just a bit unstable as we came out. So yeah, that set of corner, those last kind of 2 corners before we get up here, 2-3 corners. I dread to think the amount of time that you'd lose just coming up here. Still hitting some decent speeds on 73. That's just down 1 gear then. Throw it in. Pray that it sticks. Too quick. Don't hit the wall. Yeah, this is on a different kind of level to GT7. I think I'm going to have to come in and change the tyres. I think they are officially flat spotted. Getting some sort of vibration. We'll go and have a look though. Go and have a look and see if we did flat spot the tyres. Yeah, the TC and ABS are definites for this. Also, just setting the car up. The aggressive presets are fairly decent. Right, I should come back to the garage. Set up. So it's a minefield. Oh, remind me later. I've got a whole kind of 13-page document about car setups and what they do, what each bit does. I can send you that over. Yeah, look at that moderate flat spotting on the front left and right, and light on the front right. So we'll get a new pair of shoes and head out there again. Head out, see what's going on. Note to self, you go out on the red stuff, just come in because your tyres are done. Right, let's go out and have another go. So 7 laps down, not done a clean lap yet. So you see, oh, it's crazy. And I think having, although there's a lot to it, important ones are your tyre temps. Obviously you want that marker in the bottom to be all green, and then tyre pressures to be around 27.5, one up, one below, maybe even two up, two below would be like the window for them to give you the best grip. And once they're in that window, it's like you'll 100% notice the difference. And as you then start, you know, the car starts responding to how you kind of expect it. And yeah, it definitely gives you a good confidence in the corner. Yeah, just kind of general across all cars. If you want to try and hit that kind of 27.5 in the dry, and then I think it's 30 or 30.5, 31 in the wet, something like that. This tightens, remembered first time. So yeah, but I got a little kind of understeer sheet that goes through everything, so last corner. So like if you're getting understeer on corner entry, it'll give a few little pointers to like what you can change. So yeah, it's pretty handy. It's a bit wordy, but it's probably worth kind of having a look through, just kind of highlighting bits. Like if I'm understeering on corner entry, corner exit. I need to be patient here before we get on the power drive out. It's going to be more critical when we start pushing for actual lap time, but when I kind of get it embedded in. At the minute. So this one is just 100 meter down one gear. Throw it in. We can run out wide here as long as we miss those. That one. It's going to be tricky. I have to just start braking earlier for it, I think. And this one's slow and tightens. Big curb on the inside. Probably best not to hit that. So I'll have to go wide there. That one's not too bad because we want to be on this side when we get here. With the slow final corner. Be patient. So down to the 2 minute marker. We started up in 208s, 100 metres. Second aim for the yellow bollard. Up the hill, little brake. Probably didn't need the little brake. Down here, aim for the 100 mark. Probably a bit slow. Another little dab of the brake to get the nose in. First run it out, in, be more patient, get on the power, all the way around, let out this one, use all the curb there, and then yeah, just chill, have a little chill out, as we go up this straight, ready for this fast right into the corner that can't get my head around yet. meters, down one gear, get it in, back on the power, run it out, brake earlier, losing the back end, too much on the brake as we went in, asking too much. This one, big curb we want to miss there, use more exit, gotta get it, find the line for that one. Curve's big as well, down into first. Invalidate your lap on the last corner because it hit the massive curve, so I think we're getting it. Just shaved 2 seconds off. We just wish that we would get a clean lap so we could have something to sort of reference ourselves by. A bit quick into there. I've sawed it through there. I need to avoid that curve. Luckily unsettles the car on the right hand side. This one we can cut. Oh, not that much though. And I've just knocked the yellow cone off. That's going to make that corner interesting now. Wait. Waited too long. Pretty much stuck. At least it felt like it. Yeah, just kind of pushing ourselves along. Don't really know what sort of time is a good time. So once we kind of hit our limit, we'll jump out and we'll get into a little race around here and see what we've learned is. That's too many gears. What we've learned is actually going to put us in a decent place. Not bad. A couple of stabs at the throttle though, so corner's evil. I think I've got to drive it around the outside and then cut back in at the end. That's far too wide, or at least it felt like it. Avoid the big curve. Okay, so that was probably a smoother final sector. Another 158, so just need to get it down. So here we go then, 100 meter board down to second. Throw it in. I want to turn in a bit later. I suppose we could take that curve. Just be braver with it. And then down, looking for probably just after the 100 board. That's a bit better just after. Clumsy. Into first, try and get the apex. It's really wide. And a handful of opposite lock for the fun of it. Not a bad first sector. Tyre pressures could do with coming up a little bit all round, especially the front left. Because you're just dropping pressures all the way down here. Brake ducts could probably do with being closed as well, losing too much brake temp. 100 metres down a gear, throw it in, aim for the apex, back on the power, all the way out. Earlier on the brakes here, roll it round. Yeah, there's I haven't used it on the pad. I suppose it's more limiting than the buttons on the wheel. One thing that I would say to have kind of mapped to something would be your MFD. This in the bottom, I just have it on cycle. So I mean, you can change everything through there, and then when you're racing you can also do pitch strategy as you're kind of going around. the tyres drop, temperature, or you need to increase it, add more fuel in at the pit stop. There's a lot of good stuff you can do with the MFD. They're definitely worth having set for something. Probably need to be a bit more gentle on the throttle coming out of there. We're going around. So up here, we're going to be braking at the 100 board, drop it down a gear, throw it in. Oh, is that what the MFD is set to, the touchpad? I don't know how I too wide. Big slide as well on the way in. So do you have to press the touchpad to change the MFD and then use the D-pad for changing stuff? I need to turn more. That's my problem there, not turning enough. That's not too bad. I think suppose it's better than have it on one of the clicking of the sticks. We're getting a bit more comfortable, a bit more confident. I know that's a fuel we got left 5, so I'll just keep going round, and that should give us a decent PSI hop figure when we go back to the pits, and then we can just adjust from there. So we'll try this one again, 100. Just press the solid through D-pad to change settings. Yeah. Too much speed, dabbed the brake mid corner, lost the back end. Probably a little bit too deep there. Turn. Back on the power. Feels so clumsy that last sector, or that last corner. Right. Finally set a clean lap, 58.9. So now we've got something to gauge our lap times against, where we're going to be gaining, where we're going to be losing, what works, what doesn't. Just feels like you can go a lot quicker. Feels like you can really push it through there, but then the corner just disappears from you and tightens right up. Which is something that I'm going to have to get used to. I played at 100 here before, just felt really early. Or was it the 150? Probably the 150 now, mate. That's better. That's whatnot. Carried loads of speed through there. Still haven't picked a braking point. Carry more speed into there before it tightens up as well. Doesn't like that inside curve there, it just bucks the car around everywhere. Right, let's see if we can't get out of these 158s. Probably didn't need the downshift in the mid corner. Just got all sorts of out of shape around there. Use a lot of the curbs though, which is generous of the track. Just not where I've been using them. So we've got nearly a second in the first sector. That's nice through there. I'd like to run that all the way. That's nicer through there. If we can V that up a little bit more, get the power down for the exit. Do that curve again. Curve will just push us out wide every time. There's a good chunk of time we know that we've got in the back pocket. So last lap before our fuel runs out. A little quick into there. Abuse the curve. Too much abuse. Just push the car right over. Leave it in second. First for this one. Maybe. So now that we've got a kind of relative to what we did previously, we'll be able to see how much time we can gain or lose down the straight. Gained a little bit, not massive though. Better through there. Went a bit too wide. Didn't scrub enough speed up on entry. Right. Let's come in. Let's adjust these tyre pressures. And yeah, we'll get back out there and do it all again. So we'll come in here. So far left, we can see we've got PSI hot. Third one down. So we'll just increase them up by 4. fingers crossed that'll get us up to where we need to be. So this one's 3, that one's 1, that one's also 1. So save that. We shall have a look at the tyres, fairly decent. We'll put some new fresh ones on. We'll go and do a bit more. So we know that we can get mid 57s. But we're just not clean yet. Not clean. Really don't want to be. I think we can take the first bit of that curve, just not the raised area. Don't have the tyre pressures to be pushing too hard. But we've got to push hard enough to get them up there. Without spinning it and going across all this blue and especially the red. The red one kills the tyres off. So I'll get all our temp to the final sector. Probably that's where the most highest concentration of the corners are. Pick the power up so early there. That's a lot better through there. And there. We'll have more of that, please. Too wide as well out the final corner. Need to get right the way over. Right, so let's see. The braking at the 100 seems decent enough here. Oops, loads of instability there. Might even bring you the first braking point back slightly. Either I need to bring the braking point back or I need to turn in a bit later to get myself on the right part of the track. We are sliding everywhere though. If I did, I'd want to be kind of left hand side after that first corner to open it the right up down the little straight that we've got there, rather than carry loads of speed into the first corner and compromise our exit too much. Oops, not onto the red. That's a whole lot of red. I wasn't on the brake though. I'm hoping that, well, the tyres are like mega hot now. I think these tyres are dead. I've got that same feeling in the wheel. That we've got rid of the flat spots. The tyre temp is crazy. Oh well, that's that set of tyres writ off, I think. Go and have a look at tyre set 3. Yeah, light flat spots on the front. Glad I'm not paying for the tyres. Absolutely flying through them. 4 sets of tyres and 17 laps. Okay. Right, let's try again. So do I want to turn in later, get over here, straighten this one up, get a better drive all the way down here. This one we can take quite close. That one I'm sure we could take more speed through if I didn't gravitate towards the curb too much. Take a lot of curb on exit on that one. This one feels pretty good. With where we're braking, moved it forward to the curve in now. Keeping it on the track a bit more. He says after flying off it last lap. Red stuff kills you, yeah. Absolutely destroys. I wasn't even on the brakes or anything, I was just like, oh, we'll just roll over it, it'll be fine. Last corner again. I won't lock the brakes up as we're flying backwards. Yeah, and still destroyed a pair of tyres, set of tyres for me, so. Wow. Direction change at the crest of the hill there is not nice. Felt like I held more speed for the way out. Definitely opened the corner up. Stay off the curbs. Lead. So we did a couple of 57s and now nowhere near them. We'll get there, we'll get back down. Gotta do more than one lap I think, like on the last set. Oh, I forgot to take the brake ducts down. I braked really late for that, I didn't think I was going to make it. Not again. Held it. Too much brake. On the way in. Just causing the back end to step around on us. That would probably really slow it down for the last corner. That last corner's horrible. Alright, we've got some good pressures now. I felt better through there. Had to kind of hold it on the accelerator a little bit. Just not be too greedy. Yes. Carl, I'll be around. Just send me a message. Probably get yeah, I'll drop you a message when I'm done. We can get on and do a bit. Brandon, how's it going, mate? Welcome to the stream. A 6 hour stint. I hope not. I really hope not. We've made some good progress so far, but we're still, as you can see, we're still getting into difficulties, especially around this corner here. Yeah, this last sector is where we're finding all the troubles. But we have dipped into the 157.5s, but just not been able to get back down there. This last corner I always carry too much speed in as well. So yeah, so far not doing too bad. Done about, it's taken about 10 seconds out of the lap time so far. This track is confusing as hell, especially the long double right hairpin. Yeah, the double right hairpins where I'm having the most difficulties so far. But the rest of it seems to be right. Like the first sector I've kind of got happy with. The first two corners I'm experimenting with whether to carry speed through the first or carry a little less speed and then be able to get on the power a bit earlier, but with the being uphill, change of direction and getting the power down, it is proving to be tricky. Feeling brave jumping into public lobby this evening. I may do. Depends on the track. I don't fancy just jumping into a quick race. That's generally where you'll find the less bothered people. So it can be a bit of a wreckfest event. I'd like to be a bit more I mean, I suppose it all depends where you qualify. If you're at the front and you don't make a mistake, then you're fine, but if you qualify at the back of the pack, then the driving standards go down the further back down the grid you go, I'm afraid. So, same with any racing game though. You need, obviously if you're at the front, then you'll probably be around people who care a little bit. Whereas like the last people that kind of just jump into online lobbies for the first time, or just want to get on there and do one or two races and don't give it much thought, that's where the quick race is great for. Not like why do people always take the long way round at the double right hairpin? Around the around this one here, it's because you want to be out here, not this far out, but then it straightens this out so that you can carry the speed through the whole corner, as opposed to if you hug the apex, you'll have a lower corner speed throughout the whole corner, whereas you want to maximise your corner speed and then on exit you'll gain the benefit all the way around there. You can essentially want to make, oh, I haven't turned enough either. You want to make that whole first part of that hairpin one corner until you get onto so you can see the curving of the second part. Just slid it round there. So instead of it being a double, it becomes just a single corner. We are sliding round everywhere. That's like, if I can carry 10 kilometers an hour quicker around a corner, that's going to be quicker than you doing the shortest route 10 kilometers slower. You'll have a slower speed around the whole corner. It's a long corner as well. So you want to carry the highest minimum speed. So you want to kind of get out here wide, and then you can get back on the power, and you'll carry a higher minimum speed than you would if you just hugged that whole apex. It's tricky though because of how the braking is. Oh, dear. You want to you want to straighten the corner as much as possible. So it's like here, I'm not going to hug this curve, and then I'm not going to get over to this side of the track and hug this curve all the way around. That's the shortest route round the corner, but it's not going to be as fast as going. So like here, coming from this side in and getting to the middle, this one you'd hug because it's tight. This one you want to drift out because that's the shortest route around the corner. Here, because we're onto the straight, I'm not following the red curve in because I just lose speed. My overall speed would be lower if I did that. So if we want to minimise, we want to straight line the corner as much as possible, and we also want to carry the highest minimum speed around that corner as possible. So here, I'm not going to brake, slow it down just to hug this curb. I'm going to utilise all of this track. Here, I'm not going to drop it down and try and hug this. I want to come out and in and then carry the speed all the way down to this next corner. Because our minimum speed will be higher. Our line will be better on exit. We'll carry more speed into the next corner. Keep forgetting how tight that one is. We're using better exit speed because we're utilising the track. too much in there. So you only want to kind of, when you hook the corner, aren't you shaving tenths by shortening straight line the corner? So you want to clip the apex. You don't want to hug anywhere before or after. You just want to be, we want to clip it and then we're running out wide. Here the apex to this corner is all the way around here. That's the apex of that corner, that curbing. So you want to make it so that you can get round to it in one motion. It's just one corner all the way into that one apex. It's not a double, damn it, not like a double right-hander, it's just one right-hander that's really long. They don't want to be, you know, there is only one point of a corner that's the apex. You want to get in and get out. You don't want to sit there along that curbing for any longer than we need to, because we'll just be losing time all the way around the corner then. Oh, I thought I was already in first. We can definitely, we're starting to improve, just trying to keep it clean. So usually it's only in the slower speed stuff where you'll hug the apex or hug the curbing. Going out to come back in seems bizarre, to go out away from the corner instead of hugging it. Use a more practical approach. You're pretty much V'ing that corner off because you want to. How much? Right. I'll go around and explain what I mean. Because we've got two phases, maybe three phases of that corner. Let's get round there and I'll show you. I'll try and explain why we're going out wide. We've got to come in for some more fuel. Is that in the GT World Series today? They were at Paul Ricard, weren't they? I was going to watch it and then felt like I was cheating myself out of learning a new track that I've just watched. Like, what did they do? 1,000 kilometres of Paul Ricard. I thought, yeah, that might be a bit overkill. Me going, yeah, never learnt the track, never driven it. I've just watched like 4 hours of it in real life. So as we're coming up here, we want to kind of straight line this. This is all just part of the one corner, and then when we're coming around here we're getting on the power earlier so that we're carrying more speed through the whole corner. Whereas if you hug it, I've got to go around again, otherwise I'll get DQ'd, won't I? I've got the fuel for it. We'll go back and hopefully we'll be able to watch them both on the replay. That last corner again. So nervous around the first two corners. First one's fine, it's the second one that's uphill. Real racing is too much. Too expensive. And there's no restarts, resets, flashbacks, all the good stuff that comes with racing games. Those will as we come around here, we're not going to carry in all this speed. Drop it down, fight the car all the way around here that wants to get away from us, come off because the corner tightens, and then get back on the power. It'll just be... where are we on track? Okay. On the straight, on the straight, on the straight. That's where I went round it slow. That was it, wasn't it? Yeah, because we'll be carrying. So if I could do taking it at full speed, really. So as we're here, we know that the apex of the corner is right round at the other side. So for us to hug that makes it a tighter corner that tightens on exit. So all the time while we'll be hugging like the inside line, we'll call it, we'll be going much slower than somebody who carries the speed into the midpoint of the corner, then rotates the car more and straightens up the exit. So as we roll this through, so you'll come out here, you'll be carrying more speed coming into this part than you would going around on the inside, and then as you're coming round hugging this, and you're seeing here we've straightened this corner right up, so it's not as tight on exit. So here we're tight in, we'll be able to carry and pick up the throttle a lot earlier, and then carry more speed all the way up to the next one. So if at this point, or let's go back. So if we get to this point here on apex, and we're doing 5, 10, 15 kilometers quicker, we're going to carry that speed all the way to the next corner. Whereas if we go so fast as you're doing it in the V-shape, try V-shape type, then hug in the corner. So fast are you doing it in the V-shape type, then hug in the corner? Oh, how fast? We will have to go and drive it at full speed. I went live at 7, so an hour and 10. Yeah, 7 o'clock is when I'll start. So we'll do a lap to warm up. But you'll have to be speed. So it's not just around that corner, it's what speed we get to on the next straight as well. How much speed we carry out of the corner. Just practicing, not doing any hours. I thought about kind of getting this a bit more consistent than what it is, a bit all over the place, and then finishing up with a race against AI. So probably about 40 minutes, and then probably jump into an AI race. Probably just knock them down to 95 and see how we get on. So it's just all about your braking point though here. That was fairly decent on cold tyres as well. Yeah, I mean, another dude feeling brave. Remember what happened to other chat last night and yeah. The AI are fine to race against. I don't find them too bad. But it's easy to get into a point where you're like, they're only the AI. It doesn't matter. Like, you should still be, if you're using it as a tool to practice racing against, you've got to look at them as if they are other players. But it's just, the more you do it, the more aware you become. And having the awareness of what's going on around you, something you just got to do. We went for a bit of a bumpy ride then. But yeah, that corner is it's tough. You enter into that corner around 80 mile an hour. Yeah. Entry speed will probably be around the same. It's the exit speeds that are more important, not entry. Entry speeds are nothing. You're far quicker having slower entry speeds than you are having slower exit speeds. That's really late. Like, I'd rather be 5 kilometers an hour slower or a couple miles an hour slower on entry than trail braking all the way around there. You can see by my brake trace that going all the way around there, it's never full, or it should it should never be full round there because we've got so much angle on. It'll be, so our initial brake will be full. You get the weight over the nose, that should be just flat all the way down, fill your bar up, and then as soon as you start going in, then we're not come off quick enough there. Got so hard around that corner. And I'm thinking about what I'm doing. So all I want to be focused on is what the car's doing, what my feet are doing. Is just an automatic response to what the car's doing. Right, we've got warm tyres, we'll go again. So, yeah, try not to. I just kind of drive it, as weird as it sounds. There's no real conscious effort that goes into what I'm doing. Pretty much, but you're always trying to aim. The only point that you're close to the right hand side of the track is when you're on that curb on exit. Oh my days. That's these tyres ruined in this red stuff. I've braked far too late. These tyres are now flat spotted and warm. Should we just go and see what the AI do around here? It'll probably be really messy, but might give me a better idea. I know I can do 57s. Which might be quick enough. And if we've got something to follow, right, let's come out of here. Let's just go into a 95% AI race and see what they do. Quick race, 30 minutes, 95, big grid, random. Let's go. Yeah, on entry, it's all about the exits. All about the exits. Entry speed is marginal. You know, okay, so I'm a little bit quicker going in there. I guarantee you on the exit though, I'll be quicker into the next corner. I'll be quicker down that straight to the next corner. Guarantee you. Because as you get round that corner, if you're tight to the inside, that corner tightens up, so you're going to have to brake more. If I'm on the outside of the corner, like any other corner, if it was anywhere else and you were just going straight and it wasn't attached to a corner, you'd put yourself on the outside. You wouldn't put yourself on the inside. So if you look, if you got a picture of this last corner of this. So if we look at the track map and we go up, and where I'm pointing at the screen. I know you can't see it, but if you find out where that corner is on the track map, and you just draw 2 straight lines off there, off that corner, and then you see it kind of curves around a little bit, and you just carry those lines up, there is no way that if that was on another track with a straight bit of road, you would be coming to that on the inside. You'd always be on the outside of the track, trying to get through it as quick as you can. Just because it's attached to a corner doesn't matter. Your car, if it was on a straight, would be on the outside. You'd clip that apex and then you go onto the outside of the other straight. But because it's attached to a corner, you now want to take it on the inside. So I want to go and explain what I mean. Let's just jump into a practice and I'll explain what I mean. Yeah. I'm jumping into a practice and I'll just go through what I mean. It's really hard to explain when there's no visual reference or anything. Because you're looking at it, you're looking at it as as a double corner. You know, yeah, but it's not always. It's why you approach corners like in the middle of the track, not. We'll get up there and I'll explain what I was just trying to say. I might get DQ'd, but we can always come back. Okay, so we're coming up here and we're looking at this corner and the next one as one. So ignore this corner. Right, this is the circuit now. So I'm on the circuit and I'm coming down a straight and I'm heading towards that corner. Right, I am going to come in a straight line. I'm going to put my car, I'm a little bit too wide, I'm going to put my car here and then I'm going to turn into that corner. Okay, if we just take that corner off this track. So this is now a straight run. Okay, so for me, for that corner, if this was on a straight, I'd come down here. Oh, I've gone off wide. I'll be braking and I'll be coming in, I'll be clipping it and I'll be going out that way. I would not. Yeah, disqualified. Oh, gotta. I hate that. I mean, I get it, but that's what I'm getting at. So if you ignore what's before and ignore what's after, that corner would still be taken from the outside of the track into the apex and then to the outside of the track. Regardless of what's attached around it, that's how you're going to take that corner. So if you are coming like, and then in Paul Ricard's case, we're coming around the corner to get there, to get the shortest route through that corner, we still need to put our car on the outside. If that makes sense. If that kind of explains it a little bit. You can go back in if you if you want me to explain a little bit more. I'll have a drink though. Yeah, I hope that kind of just that it would depend on what speed you're taking, what's after the corner, you know. So it's like on here, on this track. Let's go back in without being disqualified. So there is a corner here, so
Green light. Go, go, go.
in the first sector. We'll just get there in a minute. So, is there a track that hugs the corner that can carry the speed from hugging the apex? I mean, these are this corner is a perfect example. We've got a short run in, right? Short run in, so there's nothing to be gained on exit speed because you're straight into another corner. Here, we want to hug it all the way around, and that's only because we go into that tight corner there. So we want as much entry angle as we can to carry the most speed around this apex. Maybe a little bit here. Hug a bit more of that just to get you on this back straight. But it's generally only if there's no benefit for exit speed. I mean, you could carry more entry speed in there, but you're still going to be on the brakes and you're still going to follow that corner all the way around. All depends on the circumstance and what yeah, and what's before it. So this anywhere else on any other circuit, this corner you'd enter from the outside in to outside. This corner we're V-ing, but we're still coming to the outside. This corner down here will probably hug a bit more, but that's only because the corner continues to go round and we want to be here. So you'd only really hug the apex for setting the next corner up, and if it's of slow speed. The apex is just the point that you get the closest to the centre of the corner. So you just want to clip it and move on and go through. Only at a very slow speed, a long slow speed corner, would you hug the inside? I hope that kind of clears some stuff up, explains why we'd be going to the outside for that corner. Trying to think of any others where you'd be hugging the apex or hugging the inside. Because the first hairpin is tighter than the main hairpin, why there is need for a different out to go in the fast line. How much speed would you carry around the corner, let's say at the very last hairpin? So what is that at Silverstone or is that here? Or is that just on these corners that we're going through? The first hairpin's tighter than the main hairpin. It's Silverstone. So if we think about Silverstone, so you're in the new sections of Silverstone where you've got the back-to-back hairpins. Okay, so your exit, so you are going from the outside to kind of mid-track because you want to set up the second one because it is far more beneficial to have a better exit. That's why you've got your two different lines. Because the first one you're coming into, you brake in, you go round, you're not looking to get all the way to the outside because you're already wanting to set the next one up. So when you get to the second one, you want to get the car rotated as early as possible so you can get on the power as early as possible because of the long straight that comes out of it. So out of the two corners, the second one is far more beneficial to get right than the first one because the distance in between the first and the second is marginal. So if you're slower coming out the first one and quicker coming out the second one, you'll gain all that back. Whereas if you're quick into the first one and slow out the second one, you're probably more than likely going to lose time because you've got such a long straight afterwards, because as soon as you hit that, the next braking point, it doesn't tighten up as much. Like that corner seriously tightens up at the on the exit. I can't picture what you mean at Silverstone. They'll be pretty much the same but reversed. You'll go outside to middle, middle to outside. But that middle to outside is so much more important than the outside to middle. Just because of how much you've got of long, just flat out racing. Alright, let's get into this. Oh, my tyres are absolutely freezing now.
Go in double file.
Not my lines are down. Driving line before you start finished. No. If you're talking about that one, that's a gradual curve. It's completely the same all the way around. On the last corner before the start finish straight, that is the same radius all the way around. It may kind of open it may even open out on exit, but it's the same consistency. You just put the same amount of steering lock in and you're going round there. On this one, you have to put the steering lock in, put some more in, and then some more. Yeah, for the last one you would do a V. You go in, it's like Spa. You know, that smooth right-hander, you kind of V, you hit the first apex, carry the speed into the middle, and then get out. And at Silverstone, the last hairpin, you do the same. You carry the speed in, that kind of pushes you wide off the apex, then you rotate the car, then you're back on the power. just because like the exits are so much more important than corner entry. Exits are where time is gained. You'll be very lucky to gain time on an entry. If your entry speed's too quick, you're just losing time all the time. That's why it's important to focus more on where your car is ready for an exit than it is to, you know, that's where, you know, slow in, fast out. Because exits are more important than entries all the time. So you can be slow in, get the car pointed in the right direction, and then just floor it, and you're away. Whereas if you go in too quick, you're then going to be offline for the next corner. You're then going to have to kind of sort yourself out, and then your next corners you're going to be taking a lot tighter, which means you're not going to be carrying the speed, which means you'll lose speed all the way down whatever's coming next. No, exits are far more important than corner entry every time. Right, let's have a go at this.
Stay double file.
So I don't know what's going to happen, whether we've got the pace to keep her. But it should show us some more lines. So I've just gone random start. They were starting P8. There goes the marker for the some braking.
Green light, you're okay. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Absolutely aced the start. Whoa, what a start. Now the question is, can we run away? Right, let's settle ourselves in now. We'll continue this discussion tomorrow. Yeah, no worries. No probs. No, I haven't tried any of the competitive servers yet. I don't even know if I want to bother jumping into a competitive server. Like, I just enjoyed this racing. I had to go at the Imola challenge that I saw Red Ken doing.
Car on the left.
So I thought I'd have a little go at that as well. I know he's there.
Clear on the left. Car on the left.
Yeah, so I don't know if I even want to go and have a look.
Clear on the left.
I may do. You know, it all depends on the track and whether I feel that I'm confident enough to jump in and have a good time. You know, jumping into online lobbies and risking it, just not really down for. Don't mind racing people that, you know, are like that we've raced with before, or you know, somebody set it up for the purpose of, you know, clean racing and he's monitoring it, that's fine. I'll jump into those all day, but jumping into a random lobby just doesn't fill me with confidence. Carry must be in the second riser corner. Oops, the wide here. That's my braking point. Reading.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I'll get to that in a minute.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
They don't want to carry more speed into anything. This is a thing that you're gonna have to kind of get out of. Carrying more speed into anything. Like, you know, could I carry more speed in here? Yeah, 100%. Do I want to? No, because I want to be over this side of the track to straighten this bit out. Don't want to carry more speed into a lot of things. A lot of corners. You gain time by carrying the right amount of speed to put your car in the right position for the exit. So, because we're coming on, after the first two corners, we come onto a bit of a straight. I want to carry as much speed down there as I can. I don't want to carry the speed into the first corner because I'm only going to lose it then, through the second and all the way down into the third. So nice, picking up different lines for
Well done, mate. Close to the best.
probably about 30 entry. You think exit speed is where you're not going to make a pass, or you're not going to overtake anybody going if you're behind. But you can't set. You won't set the next overtake up if you're carrying too much speed into the corner, because you're just going to kind of. Okay, so let me get through here and then explain what I mean. So you're always going to set up a move or an overtaking move in the corner before. Okay, so we want better exit speed so that we can get down there. Now when you're overtaking someone, you're compromising your corner and their corner. So that would be the only kind of, but you're going to be carrying less entry speed in when you're going to overtake someone, because you've got to hug the inside. So if I want to overtake these, I've got to set it up coming through and focus on my exit so that I can get close to them. There's such a nice line through there. It's all got to be set up corners and corners behind.
Gaining on the driver ahead is 73.
I mean, it depends on what the car's doing. As I say, my throttle inputs aren't something that I particularly concentrate on. Like if the car requires me to have no throttle, a little bit of throttle, it's just something that I now just do. So it's not a... So I have the inputs down there, right? I couldn't tell you what I do for every corner with my feet. It's just happens. it's weird. Oh, something is seriously wrong with my car. I have no turning at all.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Oh, we were doing alright then as well. Nothing in the 157s. I was enjoying that. I might quit out and get a new starting position and go again. Excuse me. Oh no, you're fine. Keep asking away. If you don't ask, you're not kind of gonna know what the next step or the next thing to work on. You know, we've all been there to move up. So where are we now? So we're starting way back down there. P26, nice. Tell you what I do need to do. I've put the chat up on the screen as well, so that I'm not always glancing away and I can just kind of skim read it. But I've put it in the most awkward position. Need to put it up out the way somewhere. So I ran a few little tests, but only did like one word stuff, and I was like, oh, I'll be fine there. I'll be fine. That'll be no worries. And yeah, I'll move it for the next one. Right. Have I got, actually, would I have enough fuel with 40 litres on board at 3.45 lap estimates? I'm gonna have to, yeah, AI at 95 is fine. No problem with, right, let's go 3.3 working it out on the app. 3.8, just to give us a bit of leeway. 30 litres, no, 30 minutes stint, safe. 69 litres. So, and that is. So let me put in what it actually is. 3.45. Safe 63. So we'll go 65. And if it does go up, then I'll save that. And then reload that back up. Okay. That's fine, that's fine. We will get there in a second. Okay, what is going on? Hard to do everything in gloves. Oh yeah. Right. Starting from P29.
Going double file.
In amongst the GT4s. Let's see how far we can get at the grid. Oh no. We've got the radar to help us out. We've got our eyes to help see what's going on in front. It's all about being able to just use them all at the same, like, look at where you're going, look at the radar, know what's going on.
Green light. Go, go, go. Car on the left. Clear on the
Let's
left.
go, we've got some seriously cold tyres though.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Yellow flag, yellow flag. Be careful there.
Yellow flag. Just about being patient as well when you...
Clear on the left. Yellow flag, be careful.
More yellow
Car on
flag.
the left. Clear on the left. There's a light damage on the left of the car.
Cheers.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
That was me just throwing it up the inside and them not expecting it. Slight damage though, nothing too bad, nothing to worry about. Yeah, I know.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on
It's
the
our
right.
customary line of
Clear on
going
the right.
wide.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Got a fuck me, it'll just lay you down. And I want to get there quicker. I need
Car on the left.
to get past these to try and catch up to the back of the GT3 field.
Clear on the left.
That's when our race really starts.
Car on the
Now
left.
we're just going to scooch down there,
Clear on
mate.
the left.
Right, so 5.8 seconds to get back. I don't really know what pace 95 AI do around here, so we're either going to be in no man's land or we'll be able to catch her. Is this the Child Tractor Master there? Dudes were doing it in 153. Is that the real life? Yeah. Yeah, it's a tricky one. Definitely is tricky. But that's why they get paid the good money. Please stop. Keep carrying too much speed in. yeah, it's definitely about knowing where to put your car,
But not me, because I'm fast or slow.
and like your braking points are a lot more critical. Right, I need to get into the groove of this. Trying to find that pace I had in the last race. Because they are pulling away from me in front. I didn't see what sort of lap times they were doing. Fortunately, need to get this car settled in the final sector though. Losing the back end.
Warning for exceeding track limits.
Very nice for us. Oh yeah, that would be the goal, but we've done what? Just over an hour of practice, so I think I'm allowed a few. But it's another thing, when you're learning tracks, you've got to find where the limits are, where you can cut corners, how much curb you're allowed to use. Now, all those things to maximise your lap times.
Warning for exceeding track limits.
Whereas in practice, you don't get the warnings. You just get the timer deleted, so you don't really know how bad things are until you get out on track itself. But yeah, we are definitely in no man's land, and we are. Don't know. Are we catching? Are we losing? Is the gap staying the same? I keep forgetting to look at what sort of lap times they're doing. Must have been oops. Because I went over the but it does give you some runoff, but I just kind of went too far, I think. Are far too hot now. Ideally, I would like to catch up with the AI and just see where they go and what they do. We're now 13.5 seconds back. that's just gone. So, off track. Definitely a track that I reckon this will be a really fun track once you know it. I'm just falling further and further back from the DD3s than when it is when it's approached all 4 wheels off the racetrack. Well, never really. And unless the game or unless the track limits allow you to, like at Misano, you can get all 4 wheels pretty much off. Quite relaxed on its track limits, whereas others are quite strict. Yeah, it just all depends on the track. So we're in the 157s that we couldn't get into in practice. But still not enough to gain on the cars in front. But then we are pretty horrific through this maybe it's that downshift, maybe I need to like leave it in third a bit longer. Maybe it's the downshift that's unsettling the car too much. Stay again now. Tricky. We'll keep going around. I think we've got a lap time to somewhere decent. Starting out from yeah, our first lap was a 2:08. Now we're down in the 157s. It's just tough to keep it all together consistently, so that's just where the practice comes in. Keep going, but hopefully I've done enough laps to get my 3 stars, which was the aim for tonight. Keep losing time. That's just your time for now. What sort of lap times are you doing at Spa for tomorrow? Yeah, I was having a look at mine before I started, so I've got Catalonia, Mount Panorama, and then I think that's it. Still struggling to get through El Rouge Flat. I've always got to put a little lift in there. I think now that I've done this as well, I'll be able to watch a track guide and see where I was where I was going wrong. But man, am I losing serious time for them guys ahead. Probably about a second a lap, so there is a lot of time in it. Didn't downshift when I wanted to, and then I'd already started turning. Not good. Just downshifted a little bit too early. And then I should have just left it in 6th really. Rear tyres are on fire. Yeah, I can get through there with a little lift. Because that's another corner that you can get both wheels over that curb. As long as you've got one set of wheels over the curb, it won't invalidate the lap. So you can take liberties at the top. Yeah, as long as your right hand wheels are over that curb, you're fine. As long as one part of your car's on the curb, it won't invalidate the lap. It's how long we got left of this? 12 minutes. And then after I finish this, because I always like to finish the race, I've literally gone through that whole GT4 field. Fair enough, we've got one thing for having contact, but I went through that whole GT4 field with just one contact, so I'll take the safety rating. Day of rest. To be fair, I haven't been on this. I think I did about half an hour of spar practice this morning, and then I just haven't really done much. Watched a bit of Guardia's stream, his 6 hours in Nürburg ring. And I've been watching some of Basic Ollie's 24-hour event on iRacing, the LMP2. I'd love to do something like that. Endurance racing, driver swaps, proper team. If that comes to they managed to get driver swaps working on PS5. That is what I'll be all about. I will be wanting to find it then. Oops. Panorama is in the tricky circuit, master the hairpin on top of the hill. Yeah, so with that one, see I don't, well, I recently 3-starred Kalami, and that hairpin was tricky, but you're braking just before the crest of the hill, and all you got to do is find out where the road curves to. Because at the top, the road, the track kinks. So it's just a case of finding out where that went, aiming your car there so that you're braking a straight line, and then the hairpin just comes naturally. Because you know your braking point, you know you're in the right part of the track. So yeah, I focused on where the track came in. Does it come in on you? Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, because you have to come over a little bit rather than where the hairpin was. I wanted my car in the right position because then the hairpin becomes easy. See, I'd rather just get the driver swaps in. Just get the driver swaps in for PS5. And then it just opens so much up, like you can do 12-hour endurance races. Yeah, because it kind of goes up the hill and then just over the crest juts back in, so I don't think it goes out. Well, I don't think it goes in then out, it just kind of follows it round and then over the hill it kinks back in. Need to get out wider there and stop pointing at the corner. Yeah, it definitely moves when you get out the hill, or just over the crest. But you're braking just before that as well, anyway. Well, I am anyway, to make use of the uphill bit, so the car slows down a little quicker. Too much speed again. So our pace has seriously dropped. That 201s. Just chilling. Just that one corner, well, it's just like the final sector, because they're all kind of open to tightening corners, so a lot of trail braking around it.
Final warning for exceeding track limits.
Oops. Where like following the AI round would be great.
Yellow flag acceptable.
because they'll give you all the they'll give you a good basis for follow the AI around, give you a good basis of your lines that you need to take. If only we could keep up. I don't know what's happened, but we took a whole chunk of time out of them then. Too quick into there. Too slow out of there. You're far doing better than me. Just, you know, you just got to keep going around, haven't you? This is the thing. It's like what, like I was noticing in, like I take it you've seen, you know, the Red Ken's top 100 trial challenge that he's doing, sorry. Like, how you doing, Jackson? Welcome along. Hope you've had a good day, mate. I had a go. I think I am around the high 80s on a 143.1. I'll show after. So yeah, so we started out going around the track, learning it, trying to get a bit better. And it's one of my downsides is hot lapping and practicing. Just really bores me. So we did about 25, I want to say about 25 laps, maybe some more. And then yeah, just jumped into an AI race to find out where our pace is. And yeah, as you can see, a long way off. We've had a few incidents, and yeah, we've just been going around. That's probably my best time that I've done so far, up in the top left of a 157.6. But there are some troubling corners for me. No, there won't. Not in 2 minutes. Not unless I have a serious off. So this corner here is really troublesome. I just can't seem to carry any sort of speed around it. It's this whole last sector really. Just need to work on braking and getting used to how the corners tighten up. But consistently, like I say consistently, we're able to get round without having to give too much thought on which way the track is going. Just every corner in the last sector, it's just so tricky. So yeah, we started tonight off doing 208s. So I'm going to take the 157.6 as a win. And just by yeah, just doing more races, building the AI difficulty up. So I'll probably drop it down to say 90. That was really slow around there, I don't know what I was doing in first. Probably drop it down to 90 for the next time I have a go at the AI around here. find out what their pace is. So they're doing 156s, P1 is. P1 just did a 156. So I need to be a second quicker, so yeah, we'll drop the AI down to 90. We'll then find the lines that they take, use their braking markers, adapt them a little bit to us. This corner is scary on every lap. Safety. And then just build it up to the 95 again. And I find that and just doing races and just trying to stay with the AI seems to be the best way for me. The positive view now is completed PR. Yeah, I reckon I've got the 3 stars. I don't know when I've got 4 consistent laps. Or is it 4 consecutive or just 4 consistent laps? 4 consecutive clean laps. I don't know when that's happened because I've been off an awful lot of time. So yeah, it's been pretty tricky. This track is not to be underestimated. I think once you kind of learn how to master this final section, then it'll be a great track. Like, gives you time to breathe. Got, like this high speed corner, every time you nail it you just feel like a hero, and then you straight into this one, which makes you very quickly puts you back down. But once you kind of get all these nailed, lots of trail braking too. This would be a great track to learn trail braking on, because this whole sector pretty much requires it. Oh, this last corner every time, just too quick every time.
Right, race is over. Good job, mate.
There we go.
Bring it back to the
Always
pits.
worth finishing a race though. Just got myself 6 bonus safety points for that. So let's go and find out what sort of lap times the top 3 were doing. So 156.1 for the top guy. Oops. .156.8, 156.6. Yeah, 156.7. So I'm like a second slower than pretty much all of these guys. And mine was what is going on there? So where were my times? Look at all them failed laps. 59.7. Can't be my fastest. 157.6. I don't know what's going on with that chat feature I've got. Right, we'll leave there. Happy that we've got the 3 stars. Go to your scores. We can definitely go to my scores. See, it's only 2 stars for Paul Ricard. I didn't think I did 4 consecutive laps. So I've just got Barcelona and Mount Panorama to do, or Mount Panorama, Bathurst essentially. Not many. So yeah, didn't even get the 3 stars at Paul Ricard. But here you go, look. So rank 86 I am on the... No, not in the dark. Don't need it in the dark. What's going on? Right, I'm going to quickly jump out and turn that little chat feature off because it's having a bit of a nightmare. I'll try and do it as quickly as possible, otherwise I'll lose the stream. Right, bear with me 2 seconds. I am racing against the clock. 3, 2, 1, go. Right, back in the game. Right, apologies about that, but I tried to run the chat kind of overlay, but then it was having a bit of a nightmare. So yeah, as I was saying, rank 86 in the challenge. Yeah, I've worked out where it was. So that's in the wrong one, isn't it? Special events. Refresh this. So yeah, this one. When it loads the leaderboard up. They're 86 on a 143.1. I wish you can't see. Can you see the full leaderboard? It's just a hot lap challenge. That's all the special events are. Set your fastest lap time. Oh, and you can't scroll down, huh? Yeah, it's just like you go into single player, you hit hot lap, and you do that. It's just, excuse me, it's just the same in the special events. Just a hot lap challenge. So I don't want to kind of speculate what the top 100 times are, like where the cut-off is for the top 100, but I think Rickens got a good chance of it. So should we finish with another half an hour race of anywhere of your choosing? A variety of the special events, Jackson. Yeah, so like previous events, hot stint, super pole, that's another hot stint, isn't it? And then hot lap. Can you still do these previous events, but there's just no leaderboard to do them? Oh, you can just go and do them again. Silverstone in the Bentley. Might have to have a look at some of these then. Are there all season? Where are there's no season 2 event? Do multiplayer. You want me to go multiplayer? Let's see what's in the server list then. Spa. I could do Imola. Quite like Imola. They're 11 minutes of 15. 9 of 16 drivers. I do enjoy Imola in the McLaren. 11 minutes of qualifying. Track temp 43. Oh wow. These can come down by 3. So what do you want? Multiplayer at Imola or Mount Panorama just hot lap? I'll let you decide, but MP is multiplayer, not Mount Panorama. I shall let you decide. Or we could do a last to first challenge in multiplayer. Although might be some quick guys there. Might be some quick people in here. Both? What, a multiplayer Bathurst? No, absolutely no way. Am I going into that safety rating death pit? We'll just do this. Race will probably be around the same temps. Find ourselves a gap to go out into. I want some warmer tyres than that though, please. Right, let's just have a go at this. See what sort of times people are doing. And then decide if we want to go from the front or the back. But you said do MP, so I'm in MP, and now you're saying go and do Mount Panorama. Like Bathurst. So we're just going to do some online routing player. MP is multiplayer. Mount Panorama is just called Bathurst, let's be honest. But it's always been Bathurst to me. They don't call it the Mount Panorama like 500 or whatever the V8 supercars do, is it? Bathurst 500 or something. He went for a little trip across the sand. I mean, if you want me just to do Bathurst hot laps, I can easily do that. But I thought this may be a bit more exciting before yeah, heading off for the evening. No, because that's just a safety rating death pit.
Slow car ahead.
Bathurst at night. Nope. You wouldn't even race in the rain yesterday. So I could do Bathurst at night and just do 2 consecutive laps and get the 3 stars. And if you do it at night, then it reduces the
Yellow flag in sector
1. It dried up as well by the end. I've got so much fuel on board for this. So what sort of... I haven't set a time. wet setup. I don't think Red can add a wet setup. I don't, probably L-Sport probably didn't have a wet setup. Just bang the wet tyres on and drive what you've got.
He's trying to stay on the track. I've got some.
Yeah, okay, light damage. Yep. 143.6, that's quick. This is right. I like it. That is more like it. Right then, so we've got 4 minutes of qualifying left. We go and put a lap time in. Yeah, it's like, oh, wicked. Disconnected from the server. Good. I thought we had enough time to go and do some qualifying. Is that because the server's just changed, or? Yeah, it's kicked everyone out. Look, there's only 1 of 16. Looks like you're gonna get your wish. Can't laugh. Midnight, it'll definitely be dark then. Mount Panorama. Also Bathurst. Do I have a setup here? Nope. Aggressive preset it is. Too late. I'm in.
Green light, show them where you go.
Bathurst at night, okay. Let's see what we can do then. Tyre pressures are going to be awful. I haven't driven this on the base aggressive setup in so long. Really doesn't like braking over the crest of that hill. Watching me hustle it round Bathurst. A little flash. Look how low the tyre pressures are. Right, let's go and put some more pressure in these tyres. Just 27. 25, 26 point. Oh, brake pads 1. Move this forward. I'll move that down. Increase that. And this out. See what that does. So that's a good sign. Tyre pressure say 28. What they do when we go over the lines. If they're 28, we'll have to take some PSI out. They are still at 28. My tyres are now too much. So tricky over the top of the mountain. Then the tyre pressures are really low from the end of the lap. And cold. Alright then mate, you let me know. I've got something to chase there now. It's not going to change if I keep doing that. I only need to get consistent laps. And it's not going to going to change anywhere if I keep running up the track. Really. Right, return to garage. Set up. Take some tow out. Camera. Tow out the rear. Out the back. Yeah, so I'm trying to change camber and tow to try and generate the heat. We'll reduce the brake ducts down to keep the heat of the brakes, which should then dissipate through the tyre. Right then, let's see what this does now. Still can't get it round that first corner, you know. Get these at 27.5 to start with. It's just hard because you go from like the correct pressures and then you're onto a long straight, so you're losing pressure. It's just hard to maintain it. Track temp is, oh, I can't see on this one. I'll have to let you know next time we go to the setup. I didn't even see. Probably really low. Oh, it turns into there. Really nice now. That was a little ropey through there. Seems to be doing alright though. Changes that we've made. Still doesn't like that corner. I don't know why we're not able to send it into there. It'll be something. It's just the downhill braking under the banner that it gets me, because even on 5 ABS, because it goes so light, just doesn't want to stop at all. So you gotta brake early enough, as well as what is going on with my phone? Using my phone for chat, it's just turn the screen off. Turn that back on in a second. Come on. give me a sec. Have you raced there? Well, yeah, loads. Let me return to garage. Right, let me just sort my my chat out because it keeps telling me that because I'm using my phone, it tells me that I'm not actually doing anything on it, so it keeps turning off. So let's tell it I'm doing that. Yeah, I've done a fair amount of laps here. Yeah, it's not a brand new track. No. I'm fairly familiar. I don't know if I've still got it. I did a lap round here in the BMW Z4 GT3 on a Assetto Corsa. That was good. Got sidetracked just watching. You're living and breathing every corner with me, Brandon. I am. Right, that's an improvement. I'm probably just getting on the power too soon. Braked a little bit late for that one. Right then. Consistent laps. Didn't say that to be quick. Every breath. Right, let's get these few laps done. Get 3 stars on this. Oops. Go, go, go. Really hard to keep pressures, but we are keeping some pressure in the tyres now, at least. Really doesn't like that. There's one. Right, too late as well for that. Still a little bit quicker than the last time though. Looking at chat. Too good to watch. Not with incidents like that where I just drive into the wall 2 laps in a row. Then another thing, it's like, yeah, I've hit the wall, yeah, the lap's gone. Yeah, I could just restart and go again. But where's the learning? You don't get any learning then from the rest of the lap. You break your rhythm up. That was too close. Like, go look at chapel. He's always on the road. Alright, I'll do that. Or at least I'll try. Right. Set ourselves up. Let's go for it. Far too cautious into that. Perfect example though of carrying too much speed into the corner and then carrying too little but getting the exit right. No! Damn it. I was flying then as well. Felt really good. Again, let's go. I think it's less consecutive laps in the night or in the rain. I best not hit the barrier then. Still going to be pushing though. Feels good considering I've just changed a few settings around. Oops.
He's trying to stay on the track.
Don't have an ABS up button. Could have been a really nice lap as well if I didn't clatter the wall. More of that, please. Can we get back into the 204s? Back end wanted to step out of the way then. They want to be getting back in the 204s without battering any walls up here. Go, 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 go. Just got now this last section. Keeps wanting to step out on me there when I get back on the power. Let's go again. Not too bad. This setup with a bit more improving, but it's pretty stable. I just caught something. When you're hot lapping, apart from the temp changes, what else should a driver take into consideration when driving at night and compared to the day? When you're hot lapping, you know, there's not a lot really. Obviously, I mean, you say visibility is worse, but you can see a lot more than what, you know, like, yes, it's dark around, but you can see all the way down this straight. Only difference to what it would be in the daylight is the sky would be bright. You know, really, it should just be like ambient light and what your lights can see, everything in front of them. Like when you go driving at night, your visibility is not this good. You know, we're hot lapping at midnight. You know, there ain't no way that I should be able to see all the way down there to to this next corner. So it's fairly nice on what your visibility is like. But yeah, just managing the tyres really with the temperature. You do have to kind of push the car a bit more to kind of keep the tyres working in the window. or as much as you can. But it just comes down to a bit of setup work as well to keep the tyres, ouch, in the window. Is it any different than driving? Yeah, but in the wet, whether day or night, your grip level's reduced. In night time, the track's still going to be optimum in hot lap. It's just going to be a bit cooler. Really doesn't like braking down there. That should be in first, really. Oh my days. Not the greatest of laps, not gonna lie. Right, we'll do one more, and then I think it's that's gonna be it. We'll do one more good one. So if we can get into the 204s again, that's a good one. Yeah, the cooler temperatures will affect the tyre temperature, but yeah, it's just something you've just got to work out with pressure. So we start the lap at 27.5, but we don't ever get that back. A bit too much oversteer on the way out. We don't ever get that back, it always just drops down. So it's compensating for the drop and changing accordingly. But then in hot lap, you get the pressures reset every lap, so if you're trying to work out like what's going to happen to the tyre over a consistent run, hot lap is not the place to do it. Tried to take it flat and got too much curve on the inside. Have to get brave down the hill if we want to do anything. Not that brave though that we nearly lose the back end. Three more corners, not too far behind our best time. And that's a new PB. I'm intrigued now because it was really scrappy for the first half. We can nail the first and just nail the lap and we'll see what we are. Too much curve and it's all over. Too much curve. I might save this setup. Try and work on it a little bit more. And see what we can get our time down to. 2045 though, that's not too bad. At night. I'm happy with that. In our first lap we did that was clean was a 206. 206. Have we? Yeah, then dropped into a 204. Still wasn't our quickest. Another 3/10 that. So I reckon with a bit more practice, 203s. 203s we could do on this. Maybe we can do a trying to get into low 203s at some point. It's going to get tricky with the streams as I'm back at work as of next week. We go back onto 3-shift rotation, so yeah, but keep your eye out on Instagram. I'm very doubtful that I'll be able to stream next week, except for the weekend. Yeah, due to my working hours being not stream friendly. So, but yeah, keep your eyes on my Instagram or Twitter or the Facebook page. Then that's where I will post when I'll be next streaming. Hopefully I can get some videos together and put those up out as well. On that note, on our 2045, we've got a benchmark to go and beat. We'll see how that goes. Right then, everybody, thank you for stopping by, having a little watch. If you have enjoyed tonight, please leave a little like on the stream, and if you are new, the subscribe button if you want to see more adventures like this. Right, hope you have a good rest of the weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one, guys. See you later.